Hey guys, it's Martha Devon. Happy end of June. I'm finally completing the June vlog because I've been busy, not just for my music, but also spending time with my family. It was my little dog's my son's birthday on June 20th. So I'm gonna put a little recap of how that went. We went to go eat at Booze Hound. If you guys haven't heard that location, it's very pet friendly in Palm Springs downtown. You guys gotta take your little pet, your little son or daughter. Yeah, because it is very pet loving, the environment. You're gonna see a lot of pets and they have their own menu, so it's a little cute place to celebrate your dog's birthday. And then after that, I got to spend time with my family. We went to go watch a soccer game. I believe it was Mexico versus Venezuela. I'm gonna put a little clips here and there of that, how it went. So yeah, we went to the soccer game. It was fun. I used to play sports, but soccer was like my not to go to because there's a lot of running. But now growing up, I understand how important running is for your health. So that happened. And yeah, when it comes to family, I just kind of block my time with creating and just spend some time with them. You gotta keep a balance, and now we are back to creating. After that, I had a couple shoots. I said, you know what, let's get some shoots going for my mixes. But yeah, when it comes to content creating, I've noticed they will ask for a headshot, so it's always good to have a couple headshots saved if you get called in for a DJ gig. It's always good to also help your locals, photographers. You guys can always collab or always respect the rate, and if it works out or if it doesn't. But this creative world, it's all about collaborating and just doing it because you want to and you love doing it, and no expectations in return. Gotta help every creator in this industry. I was able to shoot with my two good BFFs, Ernie and Nancy. I love you guys. You guys always help me out, and if you guys ever need a photographer in Palm Springs or Coachella Valley, I'm gonna put their info, that way you guys can check out their work. And also if you want to collaborate or work with them and they have a rate, you would have to DM them and figure all of that out. But they are great to work with and very fun, and I definitely highly recommend you guys to just check out their work. So this vlog is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to engage with my audience and viewers, and I do appreciate you guys spending the time here with me right now and just wanting to get to know my journey or who I am. And I decided to do 27 questions. I wrote the questions down. I know, very old school, right, when we have our phones, but I'm gonna answer all of these questions from my social media accounts who had a question, and yeah, we'll go from there. So the first question: live on an island filled with crabs or frogs? That is very random, but good way to start. I mean, frogs at night, they do like their ribbit sound, so I don't know if I can handle that at night. But crabs, I do like my cancers. Shout out to my cancers, so I think I'm gonna go with crabs. Alright, number 2. Have you ever thought about making a mix and you singing? Yes, that is in the process. I do want to do that consistently. Maybe a little bit of Spanish, but I do want to be able to do that, and that's in the future, so we'll definitely get back to that, and I'll update you guys on that mix. I do like to collaborate with other singers, and hopefully from there I can probably learn from the singer to kind of give me some tips and tricks. Do little words here and there, or probably just do the lyrics and just go all in. Alright, next question. What is your purpose in music? When it comes to music for me, my family, we don't really have a background. It just came naturally. I'm gonna be honest, when I was, I believe, 5 or 6, my parents had separated, and music helped me be in a different mind zone when, I guess as a kid, you feel things a little different, and then growing up you don't really understand until you're an adult and you see the bigger picture. But I remember there was these after school programs, and I joined this piano class, and I just remember the feeling. It was nice. But now that we're here, the purpose, now that I'm looking at the bigger picture, I want to be able to also help other creators become themselves and share the sounds that they want to share, and also tell their stories when it comes to collaborating. We all have a background, we all have a story, and with music, and you're able to express that without actually talking, like having a conversation with someone. So I've noticed how songs, it's just easy to be like, hey, this is how I feel, or hey, this is how you feel, this is a song, maybe we can like talk it out after, but like just listen to the lyric. The purpose of music, I've noticed how therapeutical it is for me, and I want to be able to keep on sharing that knowledge to others, that with music, it can also heal you through the process of whatever you're going through. We're not alone. Don't see like the image of, because you see someone's Instagram, like, oh, they're living the life. It's like, deep down, we got things to work on, and that's okay. But with music, it's just this different healing journey for me that's just made me really happy. I can see how it can help others. What helped me, hopefully it can help you guys. Block out the noise that is not your sound and just go for it. Just do what you gotta do. You only have one life, so make the best of it. Number 4, what is your favorite element? I'm gonna say fire. Yeah, but fire is just very like, I don't know, I guess to put it in a best word, very expressive, very out there, very like boom, like that's how I see fire. But then I got my earth. I like earth vibes, where it's like you're grounded and you're just at peace. But I'm gonna say fire. So to answer that question, what is my favorite element? Fire. Number 5, what is your biggest motivation as a DJ? I guess biggest motivation as a DJ, having that creativity flow with music, with sounds. It's like painting, but through sounds, if that makes any sense. Like you pick your different colors, but with sounds, you pick your different sounds. And being able to just come up with something, it's pretty neat. And you can create something sad, happy, depends how you feel, and it's very in the moment. You have to experience the DJ performance there. I guess when you watch it live, it's different, you get the idea, but being able to be in the moment, that's what matters, and you carry that memory with you forever. So being able to create that memory for others, it's pretty neat, and I enjoy doing that. And also not just for everyone to create their own memories, but also within myself, and I carry that with me forever, and it's just moments like that that I keep with me. This is a 2-in-1 question. How long have you been a DJ for? How did you start it? So my camera battery died and I had to put it aside, so I got my phone. So this is where we're gonna continue the video. Well, I picked up DJing back in 2020 when the pandemic hit. When I was like 14, 13, back in like 2010 through 12, I was able to practice from one of my friends' equipment, but it was more like in the bedroom. I didn't perform or anything. I just got to like play with the equipment and get to like be familiarized with sounds and stuff, and also creating mixes. I do have some old mixes. If you guys want to hear them, I'll probably post them in the future just to compare my before and after. There's like something in here, sorry. But yeah, I would say about 3 to 4 years in. So that's how I would consider the time frame of DJing and going all in. Back then I was in relationships, so I didn't really have that experience of like fully committing, because I gave my time to my relationship. And now that I'm time of my life where I'm able to see the bigger picture, why things didn't work out, I'm thankful that I can finally also feel the way how music has healed me throughout my journey, and it's very therapeutical. It's all on the purpose. The next question, what sets your styles of DJ apart from others? But I try to create my own sound and also create the journey through the set. That way people can remember who you are as a DJ and a producer. They will remember your sound, who you represent, and what you're all about when it comes to that. So being able to have that signature sound, I guess that's what sets me different from everyone else. And that's basically how every DJ and artist should be, just having your own story and just being a part of helping one another and seeing what you come up with. Next question. How would you describe your signature sound? I would say bassy, because I love bass. Something about the bass. It's the heartbeat of the song, and that's one thing that I like, so very bassy. I would always say electric because it's just very energetic, and I would say sweet and sour because sometimes I like to mix it up where it's like girly but then it goes dark, and then have a little combine of both. So yeah, I would say it's bassy, electric, and sweet and sour. It's like the sauce from McDonald's, right? Next question. Can you walk us through your creative process when preparing for a set or creating a mix? Well, I do have my coffee first thing in the morning, and I also work out before I start doing heavy work mentally when it comes to producing or just in the computer, because I know I'll be sitting down for a couple of hours to get some deep work in. I also time myself. I know I can like overdo it and go all in for like 8 hours. I'm not a robot, so I'm not gonna stress myself, and just patiently time myself, and little by little we're gonna get it done. But there's days where it's like, okay, it's a Sunday, I can do the full 8 hours type of thing. But when you have a busy schedule, it's like, okay, well, we gotta balance things out. What are some of the biggest challenges you face as a DJ, and how have you overcome them? When small local venues have asked me to take my own speakers, because my speakers are more like studio monitor speakers. They're still loud, but I guess not as loud as these places look forward and wanting you to take your own equipment. What I've learned is also, you notice the difference when you're working with people. You notice the clubs that already have the equipment for you, and the DJ, all they have to do is just show up with their USB, aka their business card, right? And then there's venues who they expect you to take your equipment, obviously everyone needs the insurance part, because you never know, just to be on both ends safe. That was one thing that I learned about speakers. You do want to help everyone who's starting as well, so you try what you can and make the best out of it and work with it. But eventually that night, about that speaker situation, they had extra speakers, so thankfully we just used theirs, and I put mine back, and yeah, that it worked out. Next question. Best memorable performance or gig so far, and why was it special to you? I'm always gonna say Pride and Palm Springs. I don't think I have had another performance that can kind of top that experience, that feeling, because I guess the crowd was just different compared to other venues that I've done. And it was fun to interact with a larger crowd and just being able to have fun with them. And it's like a mirror, it's a reflection. And when I would put my hands up and I would talk to them, engage with the crowd, it's just a different zone up there that you get, and it was really fun. I was able to also help my friends that were photographers get some content and help them build their portfolio, so it was like a win-win for everyone. But I was nervous that time because I remember I was thinking to myself, there's like more than 1,000 people here. But I said, you know what, okay, we're gonna do it. We're here already, we wanted this, so let's do it. But it was very rewarding and it was very fun, and I definitely recommend to all my DJs, if you can perform at Pride in Palm Springs, go for it. Great people to collaborate and work with, and it's just a great space for you to share your creativity and your story with others. But I do plan to play some more festivals, hopefully bigger ones, and I know it's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna say that it's gonna top Pride. That's always gonna be my number one, like, at heart. But I do see the future where it's like gonna be more out there, and there's just gonna be those moments that are just gonna repeat itself, and it's gonna be fun. But I gotta put in the work like any other person, and when you want something, you're gonna go for it. Next question. How do you stay current with music trends and discover new tracks? SoundCloud and Spotify. Those have been my top. Also YouTube, but mainly those. That's where I stay active. Sometimes also Beatport. SoundCloud has been very helpful for us beginners, and I would recommend SoundCloud for everyone. You get to listen to also remixes where you're just thinking to yourself, okay, this is a cool unreleased track that people have the right to still share. I guess on other platforms there's like regulations, rules, and all a little bit tricky, but SoundCloud, you're just able to share, upload, and it's gonna be heard from all over the world. It gives you those notifications where it tells you where they're listening, so it works out. It's pretty fun when you hear someone from Egypt who like just heard your track. There's ears everywhere. How do you engage with your audience during a live set? What techniques do you use to read the crowd? Oh, that's like 2 questions in one. I'm gonna say being able to know my songs, what I'm gonna play, what kind of energy I'm trying to bring, and the space and environment of the culture in the moment. Okay, how are things around? If I see a crowd that they're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, I want to be able to play some Latin house music. So being able to just understand your surroundings, and being able, because you as a DJ, you're creating the vibe, you're creating the experience around you, but they're gonna remember that experience, that sound that was played, like the song that was played at the event. You unlock their memory with a past song that's like, it was known very well back in 2010, and you throw them that remix with sounds of today, and that's where they're like, oh, like, who is this DJ? Like, they're just unlocking my childhood music playlist. So it's always good to just read your room and know what kind of vibe you're bringing to the crowd. We are halfway there. Any artists or genres that had a significant influence on your music style? I'm gonna say Alesso. He has been a very helpful producer. He's also been inspiring, where I can look up to him in the sense of what he, like, knowing his background, and also kind of like knowing the sounds that sparked up my interest in music. That's where I see like the touch, where it's like, okay, this is what I like, this is what healed me. And not just the sounds, but the lyrics that were added with those sounds, and just the whole experience itself. That's where I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Next question. How do you handle requests from the audience while still staying true to your artistic vision? Okay, so when it comes to song requests, I try my best to know, okay, like, this is the songs what the club expect. So I like to have remixes of my sound, but not a little chaotic, because I mean, a lot of sounds can be different, but something that can blend in with what the audience wants. Or sometimes when I really don't have the song, not to be mean, as a DJ, you're in your flow, and I think it's respectful if you just let the DJ be, because there's people who are gonna come up and be like, hey, can you play this song? I'm sorry, honey, I'm gonna try, but I'll get to it. I eventually don't get to it because I don't have the song, but if I do have it, I'm gonna throw in that remix that you had requested for. But other than that, just respectfully, don't bother the DJ, guys, because you're literally kind of blocking that flow. So please, with much love, just let them be, let them perform. Next question. What is it that you love about the scene, your subgenre scene? electronic dance, progressive house. I just like the feeling that it gives you spiritually, in the sense of like through sounds and music, the experience. It's not just this high that you get naturally, it's more of just the experience itself of going through a journey through sounds with that DJ. And you're also going through a healing process. If, let's say, you are going through a breakup and you want to go out, and you go out and you bump into this amazing DJ, and the DJ's playing songs that relate to how you feel, and you're just in this moment where you're like, wow, this is like comparing to my thought process, what I'm going through mentally, but the DJ is kind of like reading out loud my thoughts. So it's like, okay, there's an interest. So that's kind of how my interest was also with the whole wanting to do this. You just kind of forget about your problems in the moment and you just have fun. We're almost there. Next question. What advice can you give to upcoming DJs or artists who are looking to break into the industry and make a name for themselves? Go for it. Don't let other people tell you it's not gonna pay the bills. What are you talking about? You're crazy. Yeah, that's not a real career. Don't listen to, like, this is what the universe is like testing you to not allow those comments get to you mentally. So this is where you gotta mute FX mute, imagine, but yeah, just mute the sounds, mute the negative comments. I know people say that they care for you and they want the best for you, but this is your life. You got one shot. You're not living in their shoes. And people who do want to see you succeed, they're gonna push you and motivate you. They're not gonna throw you those negative comments. Yeah, they're gonna say things you shouldn't do it, but I feel like the real people, they're gonna, because they see how happy it makes you, they're gonna support no matter what. So you'll see the difference. But just, yeah, my advice is just go for it, do what you gotta do, and you know your purpose, why you're a DJ. You're not doing it for the wrong reasons. You don't want to become famous. That's, if your mentality is that, you just gotta step out and not be a part of it. Like, respectfully, you're doing it for the right reasons, and you also want to share your story and help others be able to be yourself. Second question. What do you try to communicate to the audience through your vibe? You're not alone, and we're gonna have a great time with any set that I have, with whatever journey I'm trying to share. And it's like a story, like it's gonna come with your highs and lows and the feeling of what we're going through, and also acknowledge our feelings of not just ignoring them, but through music, how if we don't feel comfortable talking about anything with others, we can just talk through music. Let's put it that way. To communicate with my audience, like, you know what, I feel you, you're not alone, and this is why I'm here. I can help everyone else to just be aware. We're here together to experience this moment. All right, last question. Oh my God, finally. Been like years that we've been in my car. I'm just kidding. All right, last question. Besides the reverb, which effect is your favorite? I'm gonna say the echo effect. And it's funny because I used to have a dog named Echo back in Calexico. Yeah, echo is my favorite effect because when it comes to vocals, you'll hear the echo effect through my sets, and it gives you this like euphoric feeling back in the day. Also like the orchestra, it's just very like churchy. I don't know, it's just, I like it. It's just a preference, but I'm gonna say the echo effect is one of my favorites. That was a fun video. This is something different, but I'm gonna keep my vlogs going. Thank you guys for being a part of it and also asking me just randomly. I loved it. I want to be able to interact with you guys and also get to know my audience. I gotta head out, but thank you guys so much for your time, and I will see you on the next vlog, which is July. And I'm definitely looking forward to it because there's some cool events coming up, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. And if you want to stay up to date with my DJ gigs and songs and everything else, just go on my Instagram and we'll follow each other and we'll support one another. I would love to hear from you guys too. If you're a DJ or music producer, reach out to me and I would love to connect. But all right, well, I'm gonna start heading and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.